We are going to make this decision now. The Fox News decision desk has called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country. I hope that he will be a successful president for all Americans. This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked so hard for, and I'm sorry that we did not win this election. Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead. Our constitutional democracy enshrines the peaceful transfer of power, and we don't just respect that, we cherish it.
I had a chance to talk to President-elect Trump last night, about 3:30 in the morning, I think it was, to congratulate him on winning the election. And I had a chance to invite him to come to the White House tomorrow to talk about making sure that there is a successful transition between our presidencies.
Ours was not a campaign, but rather an incredible and great movement made up of millions of hardworking men and women who love their country and want a better, brighter future for themselves and for their family. It's a movement comprised of Americans from all races, religions, backgrounds, and beliefs who want and expect our government to serve the people, and serve the people it will. Working together, we will begin the urgent task of rebuilding our nation and renewing the American dream. I've spent my entire life in business looking at the untapped potential in projects and in people all over the world. That is now what I want to do for our country. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer. We are going to fix our inner cities and rebuild our highways, bridges, tunnels, airports, schools, hospitals. We're going to rebuild our infrastructure, which will become, by the way, second to none. We're going to get to work immediately for the American people. And we're going to be doing a job that hopefully you'll be so proud of your president. You'll be so proud. Again, it's my honor. It was an amazing evening. It's been an amazing 2-year period. And I love this country. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Mike Pence. Thank you, everybody.
Well, hello, and welcome to Double Time. I'm Mark Steffen. And I guess you call this our election show. Post-election
for rump. What? Rum.
Oh,
we're not doing rum today.
Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, you put your head there. It's rum.
Oh,
yes.
Rum.
Well, I think we need a drink after this.
Boy, I tell you what.
It was a tough election. Hopefully, the things he said will get done. He said, things he said in the last stuff we just heard, because he always plays to the audience. So
yes. Well, you know, he kept saying that the election was rigged. The election was rigged.
And it was, maybe.
Well,
who knows?
Because, you know, Hillary won the popular vote. More people voted for Hillary, but Hillary lost in the Electoral College vote. That's the second time in 16 years that's happened.
That's because we no longer have that many college-trained people. So the Electoral College, not many people belong to that.
Well, what is the Electoral College?
It was an ancient thing made when the country first began, because we had a lot of people who were not exactly educated, and they decided to leave it up to the elite to vote for what they thought the people would have wanted.
Well, you know, if you ask me, I think the Electoral College must be a part of Trump University.
Because it's still in business.
No, but
it's still in business.
They both cheat people out of what they want.
I guess you could say that. But
well, if Trump had won the popular vote but lost the electoral vote, he would have screamed that the election was rigged.
That's true.
But not Hillary.
But
Hillary wouldn't do that.
If you want to
And
look
didn't.
at why this happened, why the numbers were on Hillary's side, but the electoral votes were on Trump's side, is because when Hillary won, well, the votes that Hillary got were from California, large states like California, New York, and she got maybe 56% of them, which didn't matter because you win a state, it doesn't matter how much you win it by. The little states he won, not little, but moderately sized, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, which we certainly should have got, and Michigan, they just won by a small percentage, but they still got all the electoral votes.
Right.
So that's where the balance ended.
Well, you know,
Not that I'm arguing.
at what age do you think a child realizes what the president is, who the president looks like? 8, 10 years old?
4,
4, you think?
maybe. Why?
Let's say 5.
Do you recognize it yet?
Let's say a 5-year-old can now see who the president, recognize the president. So this will be the first time in, let's see, Obama's been a president for
8 years.
8 years. So 5 plus 8 is 13. It's the first time a 13-year-old has seen a white president. It's the first white president in to a 13-year-old.
Kind of interesting. I like that idea there.
Now, if Trump,
So you're thinking about all these things during this time.
well, you know what? If Trump, here's the people that voted for Trump. They hated the black president, so they elected a white one. They hated a young president, so they elected an elderly, the oldest president ever elected.
Yes.
They hated a president with class, intelligence, and compassion. They elected the most crude, crass, and vulgar candidate ever to run for the office.
You just cheered me up. I mean, we're sitting in front of this sign, and that one there, and I'm glad you just mentioned all this. Good routine. Can we do it again? Actually, for that, we will treat you.
Let's drink to that.
We are doing.
What is this anyway, Michael?
This is a little. Sampler bottles can be exciting. I mean, I would never buy an entire bottle of bourbon, but this Bulliet Bourbon's a good bourbon, and this is a special nuance of bourbon that they put out called the Frontier Whiskey. 45% alcohol, making it 90 proof, stronger than most. And, bourbon is the drink of a lot of people who voted for Trump, I believe. It's from the country,
from
Kentucky.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
So we have to learn how to appreciate what we have.
Now, I don't drink a lot of bourbon, Michael, because it's made with corn. And they don't use organic, non-GMO corn. So I tend to avoid it.
The distillation process itself gets alcohol from things. And once you take the alcohol, which is basically, poison water, from the corn, all your GMOs are going to be distilled out.
We don't know this.
There's a lot of things we don't know.
Tito's vodka, that's corn. That's corn-based.
Which kind? Tito's?
Tito's handmade vodka.
Yes, but they say
why I
it's
don't
good
drink it.
because it doesn't have it doesn't have
Doesn't have it's not
gluten.
wheat.
No gluten.
No gluten. That's right. Gluten.
How do you know that the vodka you drink isn't made out of GMO wheat? There's GMOs. Everything is genetically modified and has been genetically.
But corn is the most sprayed crop there is.
Ooh, do you think that gives us its taste?
Insecticide adds no flavor.
Well, so
What's this?
I guess we're having a bittersweet moment here.
Bitter and
A
sweet.
bittersweet moment. There is maybe some benefit to this election, not for us, but for other people. So I'm going to do healthy chocolate. In the
Real chocolate is healthy for you, in moderation.
cocoa.
It's the sugar part
It's
that's
the
not
milk
so
chocolate.
healthy.
The milk chocolate, more milky.
No, milk chocolate's not good. It's
This is
artificial.
This is why you do the 70% or more of cocoa content.
Yes.
And it tastes good, but it is actually a little bitter.
It's not as sweet as the milk.
It's a bitterness you can learn to like. So I want to do this one first. This is one of my favorites, Lindt. You want to do your belly button joke?
chocolate. You get this lint from your
Yes,
navel?
I do. It is. They do have one with orange bits in it, so I wonder if that works together. Your navel orange bits. So you want to take a piece?
All right.
Take a chunk take a little quart, that one of those. You may not like it, because I know you don't like to eat sweets.
Well, as chocolate goes, it's pretty good. What's this?
A piece of lint?
Piece of lint.
No. It's also lint and sprungly.
Let's see how it goes with this.
Chocolate should go good with bourbon.
Kind of does.
I think the bourbon killed my taste buds. But you got to let it, you chew it, you let it linger
Savor
on
it.
your mouth and see the
You can't rush it. We should never rush eating chocolates.
You should never rush drinking alcohol either.
That's
what you
true.
do is your first bite is a little bit of a shock. Then later you start to figure out the nuances, gets all over your tongue.
Savor it, enjoy it. So yeah, chocolate and bourbon.
Chocolate and bourbon, you can make a bourbon
That's
cake.
what the name of this show should have been.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
Oh, that works great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Would work better with scotch, but
Now, we have rump and we have pence. Rump and pence. Now, pence, Michael, is a penny in England.
that's because
A
they never
pence is what they use for a
accepted the euro, and now they don't accept Europe at all.
That's right. So they kept the British money, pounds, based on the pound, and the pence is the smallest. Well, a halfpenny is really the smallest unit
halfpenny.
of money.
I don't think they have
Hey,
pennies
Pen.
anymore.
They did when I was there.
Well,
Little tiny coin too.
You were there,
I was there in the 70s.
I thought you were there, for David Copperfield in those days. In the
Oh,
days
in the days of Dickens?
Dickens days.
No. What?
You
Wait,
going to kill that or what?
I'm going to hang on to it.
Okay, let's try this one. I think I've had both of these. Well, I had Trump Lint a lot.
Yes.
I tried Ghirardelli once.
Oh, okay. And while we talk about this, a lot of people are inquiring about leaving the country because they can't stand America being led by Donald Trump. So they've inquired about moving to Canada and to New Zealand. And in fact, they blew out the websites
Canadian website.
Twice in Canada. So I don't know. They're both nice places to move.
Yes.
Free healthcare in both of them.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're an illegal alien in Canada, you still get free healthcare because they look at it as a human right, unlike here.
In New Zealand, I don't know if they do the same thing, but they do have good Sauvignon Blancs.
Yes.
Like wine. And they're doing some Pinot Noirs.
Well,
Pinot Noir is very good with chocolate.
I think I like this one better.
This has less taste, I think.
New York State makes some decent wines. If they can do it, Southern Canada should be able to make wine.
Well, if Trump stays with his policy of warming the earth up, sure. We'll be able to grow wine in the North Pole.
Well, that's
Except
true.
there's no land there. Greenland.
No, but we won't be able to because there's no such thing as a Chinese hoax, this global warming.
Oh, so that we don't have global warming.
No, we don't have
No,
it.
and our weather has never changed.
Even though the past 5 years have been the hottest 5 years on record.
That's because the sun's getting closer to us. Because according to Gary Johnson, we're going to be absorbed by the sun eventually anyway, so nothing
we
really
are.
matters.
And I hope I'm not around in
come
40
on.
billion years.
Really? Don't you have enough saved up for living a billion years from your Social Security?
Do they make sunblock that well? I don't know.
Yeah, in a billion years we'll have the
Well, they have the technology.
Yeah.
So, and besides, the presidential elections, a lot of people that I encountered, because I worked on the elections for the union,
Oh, it's your fault.
and a lot of people I encountered said, well, I don't think I'm going to vote because I don't like the candidates. Well, they're just thinking about the presidential candidates. And I had to remind them that there is a ballot of everybody else that's probably more important to vote for in some cases.
In fact, most of
local races.
this state went solidly Democratic, and
It did.
this county and area went fairly Democratic because we all want to help each other.
Yes, we did. Even our Secretary of State for the
Maggie
entire
Toulouse.
state, Maggie Toulouse, Oliver won. I think that's good.
The only one who didn't win was Mary Lee Sewell.
Mary Lee Souls was beaten by Steve Pierce, but everybody knew that was going to happen.
And she only got 30%. What did Ev Earhart get? She
Ev
went
Earhart
back?
won Doñana County.
Yes.
Mary
but she
Lee
didn't
Souls
win.
lost Doñana County.
She did?
Yes.
Oh, well, 30% is less than Ev Earhart.
She was ahead at first, but then she wound up losing it. Now, Joanne Ferrari won. Congratulations to her.
Finally.
We had her on the show.
I believe you're in the newspaper twice this week
That's true. I am.
with the last, with the same picture except one's in color. I just saw it. It was just there.
Yeah, well, the
He's
black.
standing, it's in black
not-
and white, and since you have a color TV, you won't be able to see it.
Well, I'm not going to show everybody. 'cause
There it is.
There it is. It's a terrible picture.
I know your hair, who did your hair then?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody. So that's there. Oh, are we talking about the rest? Are we going to talk about, might as well talk about the paper. What? Go to break? We can go to break, and we'll come back, and we're going to finish up this chocolate, because I'm liking it.
All right. We'll see you right back after these vital words.
Have some bourbon. Oh.
And we are back. This is Double Talk, of course.
We're eating chocolate still.
Election.
I'm going with the one I like.
Our election show.
So, you know, our producer has always said that he has been much more successful in his life when Republican people are at the helm of the government. And this is good because now that Donald Trump is here, he will start paying us.
Yes. He can double our salary. We should be making so much more money.
What are you looking at?
Well, now,
I know you can't read with those glasses. So, what are you reading?
well, I'm just looking at one.
Pierce. Steve
Oh, yeah.
Pierce won.
Jeff Steinborn won. He's our new senator from this district.
Up in Santa Fe,
Up in
but
Santa
not
Fe?
in Washington.
No, not in Washington. Jeff Steinborn was a U.S. representative, still is until January,
Yeah.
and he beat Lee Cotter. And you know, Lee Cotter wanted to have employers force you to give up your passwords to your social media, so that your employer can see what you're up to on social media. Yeah.
What?
So
Actually, you can get on most people's Facebook. I mean, you can't get in. You have
Yes.
to friend them.
right. But since you know, had he been elected, technically he works for us, which makes us his boss, and he would have to give us his passwords.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yes.
But I'm glad you had time to think that one
luckily
out.
he did not get elected.
Oh,
Actually, I posted that on Facebook.
luckily for him, you mean?
Luckily for him.
Yes. Well, I
And
think we
us.
should all try to, you know, if you can break into everybody's social media, which apparently everybody in Russia knows how to do, people here should be able to do that.
Well, William Souls won.
I just fixed your computer, didn't I?
I don't know.
Well, it's
I'll let you
pretty
know.
easy. It's pretty easy.
William Souls won. Mary Kay Papin won.
And we're big fans of Joanne Ferrari. In fact, during election night, when my wife and I were walking around the press, the first happy thing she said was, Joanne Ferrari won.
Yes.
So it was great. I mean, here's to you, Joanne. We really like having you in an official position.
Bill McCamley won.
Yeah, so we
Nathan
like Bill.
Small won.
Bill McCamley had pretty much no doubts about it. Nathan Small, it's good he won.
Angelica Rubio.
Angelica, you know, in some of the drinks we have, like the Amaros.
Oh,
and
Angelica?
Papyri, it has Angelica in it.
Yes. She's
So
an angel.
thanks for that. Yes.
Rudy Martinez won. He beat out the incumbent.
Oh, I'm still drinking. Oh, we got to do some more stuff. What are we doing?
Scott Kraling won.
You know, Scott,
County clerk.
My wife mentioned, I'm using her as a reference, or you mentioned this. I keep confusing the two of you, my
Yeah,
wife
I know.
and you.
We're interchangeable.
Yeah, because they're the same. How smoothly this election went, because you voted early, right?
Yes, I voted early.
And you did a write-in joke, write-in vote for Dave Edwards, is that true? You said Dave Edwards should be president, because he can play a lot of roles.
That's true.
He said that, so he could be.
And now, in the role of president,
yeah, Dave Edwards.
well, Donald Trump is pretending to be president. If he can do it, so can Dave.
You know, if he doesn't like something, can he fire the entire country?
I don't.
He'll go, you're fired. I'm going to hire Russia.
Yeah.
Is he going to do that?
Hey, you know, marijuana was on the initiative in 5 states. California, it's now legal to smoke marijuana recreationally. Now, Arizona, it was on theirs. I didn't hear what happened there.
I don't think they got it.
Really?
3 of the 5 states got it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Don't use us for content.
there were 2 border
We're
states.
not good at content. We're good at making things up.
But there was one good thing that happened in Arizona. Sheriff Joe Arpaio of Maricopa County was defeated for his 7th term.
You know, 7 terms. You know, talk about your term limits.
Yeah.
I guess for a sheriff, it doesn't matter if you're getting good at it. People wanted term limits for the president. Do you know they wanted them to only go for 2 terms? Did you know that?
Yes, they did.
That
we
was
got it.
right after FDR.
Yes, so Arpaio is out. He was 84 years old.
He would have been out anyway. Although 84 is the new 54.
Is that what they say?
Yes, it is. This weekend was the Renaissance Fair. We don't have that up there. I was working with a guy who's 84 years old, and he looked like he was 50. He really did.
Yes.
And
Some people will
pretty
fool
good.
you. Well, you know, there's been some protests.
His name was Sam Puente, in
To
case you
Trump.
wondered. Yes.
Trump protesting that Trump's getting elected. Most of them were peaceful. There was a few times people got out of hand.
You have the freedom of speech in this country. You don't have the freedom to riot. Well, actually, rioting is not a whole thing.
Police think they have the right to riot, and they often do, and get away with it.
We like riots, but only in comedians. You know, that's the only
You know, the
way.
68 Democratic Convention riot was a police riot. But you know what?
68 was, you know, we think we have tumultuous times, but during the Vietnam War, we had really tumultuous times.
We did have riots.
Speaking of
Oh,
You
before
wanna
I
do
get
this later?
right, before
Okay,
I get
this
to
is
that,
right at the end.
I just wanted to mention the Ku Klux Klan will be representing all Trump supporters when they do a march supporting his election in North Carolina next week.
And they'll be burning crosses?
I doubt that. That's probably against some fire code.
Oh.
But they will be marching in their sheets and everything. You know how you can tell who the Grand Wizard is?
The one who didn't wash his sheets or the one
No,
who has designer sheets?
He's the one wearing fitted sheets.
Oh, the ones that you don't know how to fold because they have those
That's right.
squinky ends. It works that way.
So they'll be marching on behalf of all Trump supporters in
Did
North
you have
Carolina.
a relaxing week? Because apparently you had time to write your routine. This is the first scripted. I guess you need a scripted thing when you're faced with such daunting
These are the
prospects.
times.
Oh, you write the Times now?
Now,
Really, I thought New York had the Times.
yes, well,
These are the
so does the
Steffen
LA.
Times.
Now, also, it's Veterans Day this weekend. Actually, Friday was
It was
officially-
Veterans Day yesterday.
Yes, but
Veterans Weekend.
and the Veterans Day parade in Las Cruces was on Friday, but most places are having it on Saturday just because that's when most people can attend. El
You
Paso,
know, most businesses are closed on Veterans Day, but I
Yes.
think the schools were open.
schools were open. That's why.
Why is that?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
That way the kids couldn't attend the parade.
It's okay because
They couldn't hold it on Saturday downtown Las Cruces because of the farmers market. They wanted to run it right up Main Street, which they did
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh,
And
that was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
yeah, it
fabulous.
was really good.
just like a small town
We
parade.
have some. Run the clip of the Veterans Day parade on Friday. Can you do that? I don't know.
And so, Trump wants to change Obamacare.
Do you think?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Obamacare
depends
is
if
not
you-
a very good thing.
It's only
as it
bad if
turned
you.
out.
It's only bad if you don't need health care, or you do need health care.
If you do need
If
health care,
healthcare,
you can't afford
you need
Obamacare.
insurance. They said that 100,000 new people signed up when Trump won, which adds to the actual
Right.
quota that they do. Therefore, it'll be cheaper because the amount of people. If we had single payer health care, we would have cheaper health insurance all around. And this is something that Barack Obama knew he couldn't get pushed through Congress. Maybe Trump will just inadvertently find that.
Unless,
Say
unless
single
all,
payer.
unless all those people signed up for the expanded Medicaid. And then it's going to cost.
Us more.
Yeah.
The government. But that's okay because Trump doesn't care. He's spending all that money on infrastructure, as we heard in his speech.
And
where
he's
do
going
you
to
get that
take out
money?
ISIS, and that's going to not be free.
Yeah, once they take out ISIS, though, we'll have all ISIS's money.
Yeah. And
Chris
oil.
will take that too, and he'll do it cheaper because see, like all those military guys go out there and fight. If he doesn't like how they fought, he might not pay them as much.
That's true. That's true. Stiff them on their pay.
Yes.
Now, speaking of healthcare, there's a new urgent care facility open here in Las Cruces now. It's up at the corner of Sonoma Ranch Boulevard and Highway 70.
And is that from Mountain View?
Yes.
Mountain View does it. There's a bunch of urgent cares all
So-
around town. There's the one near the Walmart, across the street from the Walmart on Valley.
Yes. Yes. And there's
There's
one on
ones that you never know
there's one on
about.
Picacho next door to the Citizens Bank building by Walgreens on West Picacho.
Oh, that far out.
Yeah.
And
This one is open from 9 in the morning to 10 at night.
10 at night. So it means when you're ODing, you just go there.
Right. It's where you go if you don't need an emergency room and you can't wait to get into the doctor the next day or 2 days
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, urgent care is a good thing.
Right. Because you go to the emergency room, you're going to be there minimum 4 hours.
I
And it's the
noticed-
most expensive health care there is.
Yeah, because it's an emergency, so you're willing to pay as much as they charge you, and then you don't pay it because you don't have any money.
right.
That's why you're in the emergency care room. But also, I noticed if you go to the Mountain View website, it tells you right there how many minutes waiting you have.
Oh. They have a billboard on Main Street that tells you that too.
Really?
Yes. Electronic
Wow.
billboard.
So you're driving by, you go, oh, there's only a 3-minute wait. Maybe I'll go over.
Waiting time,
Yeah.
9 minutes.
It's pretty good. 70 minutes.
Now, there's a lot of things going on this weekend besides
Where'd we
Veterans
go?
Day activities.
Homebrew.
Yeah.
November brew.
November
November.
is happening Saturday.
It is not just brew. It's
Local wine.
fermentation. I want to just do a thing. It's like $20 if you get it ahead of time.
Yes.
It's
And,
well, let me just play this, and it's $25 at the door, but they have a $50 VIP ticket. We're not sure how you get that, and you get a number of great wines. You get 30 1-ounce tastes
Yes.
with a VIP thing. You only get 20 of the regular ones.
I see.
But let me just mention. Do you want to
Go
say
ahead.
something? Camus is one of our favorite Cabernet Sauvignons.
Yes, we only have a minute left.
A bottle is like $65. So anyway, they have Camus. They have amazing wines for these expensive ones. Even an Amarone, which is made out of dried grapes, which are great.
Well, also we have the homegrown thing at the Farm and Ranch Museum this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. New Mexico foods, and also we're running out of time, so we want to mention Leonard Cohen.
Wait, that's
who died?
I regret. Leonard Cohen, one of the guys. There he is.
He died, one of the great songwriters, and I guess he wasn't really a singer, but he could sell a song.
He was a singer.
Especially since he wrote it.
He held notes, but his voice was like that. He was great. In fact, Leonard Cohen, his songs were so sad. When I used to feel like committing suicide in college, you play his songs and you go, well, I'm not that bad. So you decide to live. So thank you, Leonard Cohen, for keeping me alive.
Right. And if there's any time left, the Indians are going to be down at the Bosque Park.
They're not Indians.
What are they?
Native Americans.
They're Native American Indians.
Bosque Park were Native American Indians.
Yes.
As opposed to India Indians.
That's true.
And are we done?
We're done.
Yes, we are.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
I hope this week was a little more exciting than last week's show.
Yes.
It is what it is.
We're sorry for being boring. And
Michael can't help it.
If this didn't happen, I would have been a little bit more cheery. Here we go. Put it over there. let me hold it out there.
There.
Do you know how to? Oops. Can you fold linen?
There we go. Here, let's hang it up.
Oh, there we go.